Yeah. So we're gonna get started.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hello, I'm really glad you're here. I'm Amy, and this is Amy's Wild Cards. This is the podcast where I interview people who I think are my friends with a deck of cards filled with random questions I've created. This deck will be shuffled at the beginning of each interview, and whatever questions come up and in whatever order is completely up to fate. We're gonna laugh, maybe cry, possibly be offended. Let's get into it. So today my friend Jen is here.
Hey.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna start shuffling for you. They're all face down. I have started shuffling in between guests so I can kind of like clear the energy. So this is like of the last person and you, so that like I do a bridge shuffle. So this is a new shuffle for you.
Love it.
Please send your vibes to oh, you're already doing it.
I'm sending
I
the
knew
vibes.
it.
I'm on it. Can you hear it now?
On top of the vibes, bro. I've never seen someone so on the vibes. You're probably my most on the vibes friend.
Oh my god, really? I'm so honored.
Sorry to any of my other friends who are like, what about my vibes? Do you think other people are going to watch that bit and be like, but my vibes though?
Of course, yes.
I mean, I would. Of course I would. It's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm going to give you some options. You can either, to help you feel a little more in control of this if you want, you can tell me when to stop shuffling, or I can choose.
I'm going to let you be in control.
I knew you were going to say that. I love it. I love my risk taker friends. Okay. I mean, you have to be a bit of a risk taker to do
I'm
this.
here, might as well.
Yeah. Let's fucking party. Okay, we're getting close. Higher power, guide this interview. What do you want me to ask my sweet baby Jen today? And just to clarify, it is not Jen. It is Jin.
It's not Jim either, by the way.
Have people been thinking it's Jim?
People think I'm Jim.
Of course, you little non-binary ass are like, it's gotta be Jim. That is so, like, such a binary experience you're having. People either think your name is Jen
or Jim, yeah.
or Jim.
100%.
But you're like, nah.
And then working in treatment and they find out it's Jen and they're triggered.
Of course, because they're not thinking of the mystical genie type thing from the Quran.
Yes, but it's actually not that either.
It's correct.
It's truth in Korean.
That's what it means?
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Your truth.
Yeah.
Truth is best.
I know. And when I embraced my truth, I embraced my real name, which happened to be Jim, which is truth. Isn't that cool?
And anyone who might be listening to this and still hearing it wrong, can you spell it for us?
Jin.
There we go.
As in Nancy. Jen.
Jin is in, N is in Nancy. I was like, what? Oh my god, I got so confused. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. I almost did another shuffle and then I stopped.
Great.
So.
Let's go.
Okay. Are your parents proud of you?
Wow. Okay, just get right into it.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
They fucking should be.
Thank you.
Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't they be?
Yeah, you know, I did something really difficult and I pursued a creative path and I pursued acting and I got a certain amount of success with that, with the final kind of culminating, crowning victory I guess I had, which was Star Trek Picard, Season 3. I'm the communications officer.
Dropping it early.
I gotta promote myself, you know.
Yeah, I see that. I see you. Truth. I see. I'm gonna start calling you Truth now. I like that.
So that was great. And then now I'm pivoting and I'm doing yoga. And interestingly, I feel like there's actually been more backlash against me leaving acting than against me pursuing acting.
How funny.
Yeah. And they say, what is that Jung quote about the unlived life of the parent, like being with the child? And I think, in my case, not in a bad way. I think that my parents, they didn't pursue creative paths, but I think they were very excited about me doing it. And they really believed in me and they knew how hardworking I was. So they were into it. And now there's something else that's kind of in the forefront. And now we're doing that. So, yeah.
I love that for you.
I have super supportive parents.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so good.
What was that?
Just what the next card is.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Are you on your period?
No, but I will be in 3 days.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for telling us. I really only wanted to ask that to non-period having people, because when I wrote it, I thought it would be so funny, but like in practice, it's not as funny as I envisioned. That might be a card that I remove. I don't know. Okay, I like this question for you. Monotheist, polytheist, or atheist?
Ooh, yeah. I could talk about this for ages.
Great.
Because I feel like I'm like all of them.
Of course you are. Not just a non-binary, also all of the theisms. Yeah.
I believe that we can tap into the divine or a sense of the higher power or God through any religion and through any path. And for me, it's the path of yoga. And sometimes I feel like worshiping deities, and other times I feel like I'm kind of a Jesus freak. And I feel like I get it anywhere. And so I don't know that I really resonate with any of those categories. The only category I do not resonate with is atheist. I think that God can come through so many different avenues. So I'm really like whatever's working at the time. But generally for me, the way that I contact that sense of being in touch with a higher power is through mind-body practices like yoga.
Yeah, for sure. I've been experiencing and just like more in tune with recently of like ancestral guidance. And something really cool happened today. I didn't tell you this yet. But this morning in my morning pages, I was journaling and, just starting to feel anxiety about the shoot day today and just the things that could go wrong, or, my perfectionism, like, oh, I should have waited till I had a better camera or a better setup, whatever the things are, whatever technical things that could happen or whatnot. And, but with any like creative venture, this, you just get to a point where you're like, I just have to do it. I know I just have to do it. It's not going to be perfect. And I just have to do it. And in that, I also realized like I just wasn't trusting higher power to take care of me. It was all just like in Amy's will. And what I've learned, especially with the Artist Way, thank you, Jen.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot that's what started all this.
Yeah, no, literally we're here because of you right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if people like this, they can think, yeah, I already have.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Good job, friend.
Thank you. I mean,
that's huge.
God was working through you, and then I took it.
Hell yeah.
Thank God I was willing to take it. I wasn't always, can always take it. So the synchronicity that happened, and what where I got encouraged was I realized that today is actually my dad's birthday.
Oh wow.
And so it was like, and my dad has passed, and so it was something where it was like, okay, it's not just like God looking out for me today. It's also like God knew I was going to need something really solid to hold on to. And he gave me like a physical date of like, I don't know. So it just worked as kind of like your dad's guiding you right now too.
Oh my gosh. I have chills.
Yeah. Oh, and then I put on his ring. This is like his wedding ring for my parents' failed marriage, but it's... But it fits like my like wedding ring finger perfectly. And then I went to church with Omar today, and there's this really hot girl there. And I was like, I don't want to think I'm married. I'm available, even though I'm not dating right now. Anyways, moving right along because this is about you.
Married to Jesus.
Am I? I guess. Huh.
What is that?
I don't know. It feels weird. It reminds me of like those creepy wedding ceremonies they'd have like young girls do in certain Christian cultures and have them wear wedding ring. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
And they're married to Jesus?
They're like married to Jesus.
Oh, okay.
It's like symbolic, but also, I don't know. There's something about it. They're also like their dad, something about like, there's something, a father thing. I don't have enough information. I'm going to move on. Okay.
Oh my God.
Jen, another hard question for you.
Okay.
What is the worst thing about you?
Oh, that's not hard. It's hard because there's so many things.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I understand. I relate.
I mean, part of recovery too is being able to be like, I know how I'm fucked up. Like I know it all.
Yep.
And one just annoying one that's not even like really hard is when it's not tragic, it's just annoying, which is that I'm frequently late.
What? Jin, were you on time today?
No, of course not.
So on brand.
I don't want it to be on brand. I do not want that to be my brand. But yes, it's bad because I'm not late for work. I'm late for everything else. So something I need to work on.
Values.
Values, yeah. I value work over other things, which is fucked up. It's not that I value work over that. It's that I know that people in my life love me, and so they'll give me leeway.
They will forgive me. My job, maybe not.
But they'll be annoyed. Yeah.
Do you think, well, what came to mind for me was that you get paid when you go to work.
Yes.
And you don't get paid to hang out with your friends or be here. What? You know what's interesting? In my research, I found that, like, I was pretty sure I knew this, but I had to check anyways. I was like, do people get paid to be on podcasts? And actually, I don't know if I told you this.
Yeah, you did.
I did, but it's like the exact opposite is true. Sometimes people will pay to be on a podcast for the press.
So if you want to pay, this is your moment.
I feel weird about taking money. I don't like that. That's why I had trouble being like a hairstylist or like any other businesses I had where I don't know. I don't like directly being like, I have a product for you, now you pay me. But this is better doing it like a third party kind of way. Like I get paid eventually if enough people watch this, listen to this, etc.
Yeah.
Okay. Universe, God, or donuts.
What?
Yeah.
I'm working on not having sweets, so I guess donuts is out.
Yeah, I understand, me too.
But also, have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Of course I have.
Okay, is that what you were thinking with the donut?
Oh, no.
Okay, I thought maybe that's where we were.
No, I'm trying to be really original, but it's hard because there's still subliminal things that come in from the cultures.
Everything's related, yeah.
Yeah.
Donuts.
I'm not having that.
I'm gonna be bad.
Bad girl person.
It's okay, girls. Boy, girl, whatever.
You know. How dare you?
That's the question?
It's not, it's a statement. Again, I'm an idiot. I wrote these and like some of these I was like, oh, this is hilarious. Or like, this is brilliant. This will be so good when I pull this card, and it's just not. Woo! Here's another one. What's your deal?
What's my deal?
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
I'm just life, just peopling. Just being a person. Trying to be functional. That's my deal.
Yeah, tell me about it. Cremation, coffin, or sky burial?
Cremation, for sure.
Really? I'm very anti-cremation.
Why?
For myself. Obviously, I can't choose for other people.
Well, yeah, I like how presumptuous you are. You're anti-cremation for someone else.
Someone else is going to think, yeah.
What is your answer?
It could. My answer is that I would like to be wrapped in organic. I talk about this in my...
Oh, to become a tree.
Yeah, basically. Okay. I want to be wrapped in organic linen like Jesus. Place, I assume it's an organic linen. God. Yeah, I told you, that's where I relate to most of the Bible. None of the sinners. Only the one example of a human. I'm like, yes, that is...
It's hilarious.
But yeah, I know you're not alive when they burn your body, but it's still just like getting burned alive, cremation. It's just, it feels wrong. And by the time I die, hopefully I'll be covered in tattoos and all that work for nothing. At least let me decompose for a while. Your husband knows it.
Yeah, but you didn't give me that option. You didn't say the true one. You said coffin.
I know, but you can think outside the box.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, that's on you. Don't. Never do that.
I like the idea of being in that compostable bag or whatever that they do now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can do that everywhere, but like, I like the idea of composting, returning to the earth, but the idea of like being in a box, that doesn't make sense.
I don't like the box.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're on the same page.
Okay, so so you don't want to be cremated?
If I have the option to be in the bag, I would do that. I don't want to be in the coffin because there's something that just feels very like not of the earth about being in this man-made and probably synthetic materials.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, there could also be like a wood box, but
yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, and there's all the profiting off of funeral costs and around specifically the coffins. They're expensive as cars and that.
But yeah, you can become a tree.
Yeah, it's way better to be a tree.
I love that idea.
Yeah. Why did you say yes to being on this podcast?
Because you're my friend and I love you.
Yes, I love you. You're my friend. Is there something in your life where no matter how much of it you have, it is never enough?
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because some of these same questions Omar got. And Omar, he was the first guest episode I did. But there's so many questions in here, so it's interesting that some of the same ones keep coming up. But I think it's cool to see.
What did he say?
Oh, he said oxtails.
What?
He's Jamaican. You know the food, oxtails?
No.
Oh. Google it. And try. We don't have a lot of like Jamaican food places in LA.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, he said food though. That's interesting.
Yeah, he said food. So oxtails, there's another thing, and he mentioned travel. Oh, anime. Oxtails, anime, and travel.
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so he's like a good person.
He's
I'm like, money.
Yeah, no, I relate. I relate to all of that. Would you rather be funny, smart, or incredibly good looking?
Oh. I'm all three, so, you know.
Ooh,
I
do it.
I would say smart because I think that if you're really smart, you're also funny.
No. There's some smart people I know that are some of the most unfunny people I know. You really think if you're smart, you're automatically also funny?
No, you're right. That's not true. But I do. This one, though, if you're funny, you're smart in some way.
Yeah, you have to be.
So then I'd have to say funny.
So funny is your ultimate.
Yeah, for sure.
So
forget about being hot.
Yeah. That's been a journey for me. That used to be really important.
Me too. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all those things were really important to me, which is why I made that. But I don't know. Now I see it differently.
Yeah.
But so funny.
I think so.
I love that.
What about you?
Okay, so it's like if you asked me at different points in my life, I think I would have given you different answers. And it is hard when you are all three also. So it's like, thank you, Lord, I have been blessed. I want to say smart. But funny, like you can't really teach funny. Like you either have it or you don't. And I feel like there's a lot that people can do to themselves to be quote unquote pretty. And I've also learned like beauty isn't as valuable as you think it is. And it can also be something that is dangerous sometimes too, to be too attractive, which I'm sure you've experienced when you were like, but yeah, when I was very like more like effeminate and I was younger and I just presented like a lot more like mainstream sexy female blah blah blah. And when I lived in New York City, like I got a lot of unwelcome attention that was like very scary and like put my life in danger many times and like would not wish that on anyone. So it can be a burden to be beautiful. Okay, I'm curious what you're gonna say about this one. What is the most adorable thing about you?
I have a Disney villain laugh. I guess.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, maybe it'll come out at a certain point.
I mean, I can hear your laugh. I know it will.
Yeah.
There it is. A Disney villain laugh, but like a cute Disney villain.
Oh, great. I love it.
It doesn't seem maniacal to me.
Not that.
No, that's not authentic for you. I'm so glad I get to ask you this question. You're a good person to ask this too. Why do you think some people like butts so much? Follow-up question. Do you like butts?
I love butts.
I do too.
But butts are not a non-negotiable for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're already partnered up, so.
I've partnered with somebody who, not much of a butt. Great forearms.
Oh, nice. Biceps used to be my thing, like, for men.
Yeah, he's got
dating
good
men,
biceps
I
too.
like biceps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, but butts, why do I think people like butts? I don't know, it's just juicy, and it's like, it feels good. It's like...
I get, like, really mesmerized when I, like, see somebody out in public, and it's not even, like, an attraction thing. It's just maybe more of, like, a novelty thing. But if I see someone with just, like, they have to be natural. Don't give me that fake anything, not interested. But, like, someone with, like, a huge fake or real butt, that is just like, whoa, that's really exciting to me.
That's really exciting. I didn't realize until I came in as non-binary, and my partner was kind of telling me, like, you need to cool it.
You were too into butts.
I check people out really inappropriately.
Oh.
And I had to stop doing that.
Well,
because people started thinking I was gay after I came out.
Of course.
So I would be looking at women's butts, and people were looking at me like, I can't believe you're looking at my butt right now. So I've had to learn to train my eyes, be a little bit more like a straight man who's able to train his eyes to not look at the butts and the titties.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
I prefer boobs to butts, though, I have to say.
Are you, I actually don't know this about you, are you, like, in terms of, like, your sexuality, how do you identify?
I guess I'm fluid. Yeah, but I'm with a straight man, and so I feel a little bit, like, uncomfortable even identifying that way, because I don't want to feel like I'm encroaching on, I don't know.
Encroaching on
a part of the queer community that I don't really belong to. Well,
you belong, but maybe you're not actively practicing.
Yes, I'm not actively practicing.
But you know what, like, I think we've talked about before, but, like, the Christians that are of, like, the traditional sexual ethic, the side B Christians, and so, like, they're queer, they identify as queer, but they believe, from their interpretation of the scriptures, that they don't act out, essentially, in their sexuality. Like,
so
they
that's
don't...
me.
So yeah, so it doesn't mean you're not. Just kidding. It doesn't mean you're not, like, if it's pansexual or bisexual.
I would say I'm more pan.
Yeah. Okay, last question from the cards, and then I have the question that everybody gets at the end. Okay?
Right. All right, let's go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
I love that.
Yeah.
Great. I'm so glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Because there are definitely times when we have not been okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so being able to say, yeah, I'm okay, that's big.
Absolutely.
Okay, final question. In our last 3 minutes, if this is the only surviving audio clip of you left in existence, what do you want people to know?
You are loved. There is a force bigger than us that you can tap into if you want it, and it can get you through anything you could possibly imagine. Just the craziest shit could happen to you. But there's help in the form of a higher power, and there's help in the form of other people. If you're an addict or a codependent and you are interested in being part of a community and a lifestyle where you can live a life beyond your wildest dreams, it's a 12-step recovery. So, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. This was fun.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you. I felt where my hand was sweaty and sticky. All right, thanks, friends. Thanks for being here, checking it out, listening, watching, whatever way you're consuming Amy's Wild Cards. And we'll chat again next week. Bye.
Bye.